And how old are you?
I'm 12 years old.
And when you went to My Amigos?
Many years ago. I was around 3 years old.
And what are you gonna make us today?
Today I'm gonna make alfajores. It's like a sugar cookie, but it's like a loft house cookie inside of dulce de leche, which is like a caramelized kind of cream-ish, kind of like caramel, but a little bit more sweeter. It has like that kind of consistency. And here's just some, crackers, waffles, And there's two types. There's one that you can have coconut on the edges of, or you can just have one plain.
Is this dish from here, the United States?
No, it's originated in Argentina, Latin America, kind of. Also it's very big part in Peru. Like it really varies in many different countries.
So do you cook a lot?
Yeah, I usually cook on the weekends if I don't have any exams coming up. But usually, yeah, I cook. I make pizza, cupcakes, cookies. I'm going to add some sugar, 2/3 cups of sugar, just to my butter. Then I'm gonna mix it with a hand mixer. Well, for the international lunch at My Amigos, I'm gonna do about 33 cookies every weekend, 30 individual cookies. So leading up to a certain week where it's gonna happen, I will have enough. I'll have enough for the international lunch. I will be putting this into the dry mixture. And then I'm gonna mix them together to create the dough.
What do you remember of when you were at school at My Amigos?
I really remember sharing with the kids and the big carpet where it had all the letters and different words on it and different animals. I also remember the huge gym that I loved to play sports in, and definitely snack time, which was delicious. I also remember playing out in the playground and, climbing the trees and being respectful, pretty much things like that.
So my name is Rocío Zalba and I am from Argentina. I was born and raised there. And then at the same age as my daughter Lucía, at the age of 12, my parents moved to Canada. So I think I carry with me a mix of both cultures, both the Argentinian and the Canadian one as well. I have been part of My Amigos since the year 2013, when Tomás and Lucía were about 3.5 and they were ready to go to preschool. I knew even before then that I wanted my children to go to My Amigos. For both my husband and I, it's extremely important that they would have the opportunity to be in an academic environment that was both in Spanish and in English. And the reason behind that is because both Jorge and I, we speak Spanish at home. He's Cuban, I'm from Argentina. My children are raised in Spanish, but we wanted to make sure that my children weren't raised thinking that Spanish was something that they just spoke at home. Like, this is something that we just do at home. It's kind of like a secret language. It's something my parents do. I wanted them to make sure that that they knew from very early on that Spanish was something that was part of their life, both in the home and outside of home. That was part of their everyday life and it's part of society. So the reason why I think that immersion preschools and then immersion programs are essential in the education of our children are because I think that they do a few things. One of them is that they really promote a multicultural environment and a very inclusive environment. And for me, that was something that was essential for my children, that they felt that they were in an environment where they were exposed to different cultures and different people, and all of it was part of their education. They're not learning like the language. It's not necessarily that they're learning just Spanish or just English. They are, both in My Amigos as in the immersion programs afterwards. They're learning content in both of those languages. So my children, for example, got an opportunity to learn math and science in Spanish. Just like in My Amigos, it wasn't that they were necessarily teaching them the language, they were also teaching them a lot of the content that they needed and at the preschool level in Spanish. And what that does to a child is that it's just we're giving them the opportunity to develop their cognitive skills, their social skills, and their cultural skills. All of these are developed, I think, I don't think, the research states that it helps in their cognitive, social, and cultural development.
You think that My Amigos being a bilingual preschool help you now in your elementary school or like in the years to come?
Well, it gave me a head start on the vocabulary and numbers because a few friends of mine their preschool didn't really teach them how to like the different numbers or the weather or how you can tell what the weather is and stuff like that. It was a really easy transition to really throughout through preschool to primary school. Well, my parents are from Cuba and Argentina. So far, I don't really identify as one of them. I really still trying to find really my path of what I want to be identified as. But I do love being part of a Hispanic kind of culture and community. Like when I went to Spain, I went to Miami, I really loved it there, especially the natural juices and how everybody really acted as a community and took care of each other. And when I went to Spain, I really liked the food there and really the culture and how they did everything. So far I really don't know yet, but I mean, I love being part of the community, the Latinx community. I do think it's important to be bilingual because, I mean, it can give you so many different opportunities and it can really take you somewhere. If you're like, for example, if I want to live in Spain and let's say I didn't speak Spanish, it would be a little bit more difficult because it would be hard to talk to the people and connect to the people. And it would be a few harder until I actually learned, the culture for a few years. So if I already spoke Spanish, it would be easier and I would be able to connect with the people easier. The dough is now ready. I have to chill it in the freezer because it's a little bit sticky, but that's how it's always going to be. So it's enough doughy consistency, so I'm going to go put it on some saran wrap and I'm going to go put it in the refrigerator. About 25 minutes, not that long. It really depends. If you're making a little small part of like dough, you won't have to chill it for very long, just enough so it's not as sticky as it was before. After you flatten the dough out like this, make sure it's not too thick so it doesn't take longer to cook. I don't know, a small cookie kind of size. It'll grow a little bit in the oven, so don't worry about the size of your cookie cutter or if you're just cutting it, by hand. Cut up your cookies. You can also use the excess dough to make more, so you don't really run out and you can always reuse them, so you don't just throw it away. So I put these in for 8 minutes and to 350 degrees. So I'm gonna let them chill now until they're nice and not warm anymore. So they're colder and they're easy to handle, so it doesn't melt all the way off. ¿Qué tal si vas a comer en el International Lunch en My Amigos el 27 de marzo?
No podemos esperar, ¿verdad? Vamos a probar.
Sí.
A ver. No, me encanta, Lucía. Bien hecho, mi amor. Salió riquísimo. Muchas gracias. Muchas gracias a ti.
por ayudar en el International Lunch de My Amigos el 27 de marzo.